India versus Pakistan at Ahmedabad for close to 4 to 5 months, or maybe even close to 1 year. You are all building up to this crescendo called an India versus Pakistan encounter in the World Cup. Irrespective of whether it is a very fake, artificially built up rivalry, there is excitement because the ICC and the BCCI want to salvage the World Cup as an India Pakistan encounter. Because remember, there is a special ceremony in the middle of a World Cup. There is a special ceremony only for the India versus Pakistan match. Only for this particular game, there is a special ceremony. And what about the other teams then? Confused? That is exactly how it is. This exhibition of favoritism and this exhibition of blatant profiteering is what makes this India versus Pakistan encounter very interesting. On the field, off the field, you may just say, okay, the situation is quite turgid. It's not been like past India versus Pakistan encounters where it's been really, really hostile. Here, the hostility is still there, but it is directed at the BCCI. I'll come to it a bit later. Now, India versus Pakistan, everything's been done. The stats are showing that it is 7-0. Babar Azam said there is always a first time, and that is why Pakistan will want to ensure that it is 7-1 today. Will law of averages catch up with India? Maybe, maybe not. Rohit Sharma has given one major indication. Shubman Gill is 99% fit, and that is why this might be your playing 11 for the India versus Pakistan clash. This is India's playing 11, by the way. Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, and then that is your 7 batters. Now, looking at the pitch in Ahmedabad, it will be a flat deck and there might not be that much of assistance for spinners to such an extent that you will probably need 3 of them. So, Shardul Thakur keeps his place, number 8. Then you've got Kuldeep Yadav at number 9. Then you've got Mohammad Siraj. Despite having an off day, he will still play. So Mohammad Siraj plays, Jasprit Bumrah will play. So that is your India playing 11. The wicket will be flat, and considering the past records, I mean, you look at 1992, you look at 1996, you look at 1999, 2011, 2015, 2019, India have always defended well. The only time they have won is while chasing in 2003. So 6 defending and 1 chasing. Maybe looking at the conditions here, India will want to bat and then ensure that they can defend. But looking at Ahmedabad, maybe it's not a bad idea to win the toss and opt to bowl, because conditions might ease off in Ahmedabad. And remember, there might not be much of dew later on because it's quite hot in Ahmedabad. And whatever the Met forecast had said, there is rain predicted, maybe it will not happen at all. Light rain was expected, but I think it's not going to happen. So from 12:40 p.m. IST onwards, you are going to see a special opening ceremony. A special ceremony rather, because you'll have a lot of your mega stars coming in. Arijit Singh is going to have a special performance, just like how we did in the IPL opening ceremony. But here is where the BCCI criticism comes into play. Why have an opening ceremony? Why have a special ceremony? Especially at a time when already more than 1 week has happened. 1 week of the World Cup has happened, and now you are going to state that we'll have a special ceremony, and that too just for India versus Pakistan. It only sums up the point that I had made in the Asia Cup also, that you had a special reserve day only for India versus Pakistan, but you didn't have for any of the other games. You have a special opening ceremony just for this. That shows that this is a fake rivalry and you're only propping it up as you want. So that is why it is a very, very bad situation that is there at this point in time, because you are blatantly favoritizing everybody else that is there. India versus Pakistan, everybody's labeling it as the greatest rivalry when numbers suggest it is not a rivalry. It is a fake rivalry made only out of political and also because of past ego and bilateral tensions. Cricketing rivalry, past decade, it has not been a rivalry, whatever be it. Now, BCCI has been criticized because of the lack of management, because of all the other things. Why are you just ensuring that, okay, for example, why is there a special opening ceremony just for this? because BCCI have to salvage the mismanagement that they have been doing in this World Cup. I mean, look at it. Tickets have been sold for most of the games, even for New Zealand, Bangladesh. Even for New Zealand, Bangladesh, tickets were sold out in Chennai. But you saw so many empty seats. Where are the tickets? That is the problem. Where are the tickets? That is the reason why. And this India versus Pakistan encounter, forget the past history. It's 7-0. India have dominated. Pakistan have a better bilateral head-to-head records. It may be 8-0, it may be 7-1. Forget about all that. This was the match which started the entire conundrum of the World Cup rescheduling. I mean, look at it. October 15th was the original match. That's when the match was going to be played. But then, suddenly after about 2 to 3 weeks, the BCCI realized that, because it's a triple whammy, Garba, that is the start of Navratra on 15th, then you have the wedding season. How can we host an India versus Pakistan game? Security was going to be stretched, and that is why, because this match was rescheduled to 14th, 5 other matches in October got rescheduled. 4 more got rescheduled in November because one more festival ensured that it is going to be ensuring that security stretched. That was Pakistan versus England. Pakistan was the main focal point, and now because of this 14th, finally, the BCCI released a schedule in June. After that, 3 months later, you are having this match, not on 15th, but on 14th. This is the criticism. Every other situation that is there, the bilateral tensions, the continued issues that persist between India and Pakistan, all that has been kept in the back burner because for a so-called greatest rivalry, which in essence is not. And there is one more thing. There is also one more thing in this India versus Pakistan match. I mean, come to think about it, there is one controversy that has been plaguing everyone, the Gaza controversy, which Mohammad Rizwan did. But for all fans who are watching sports today, for everybody of us, let us make it very, very clear. It is a personal opinion. That personal opinion was not made in the field of play. Had Rizwan done it in the post-match presentation, had he done it anywhere in the field of play, he should have been sanctioned. But because he went outside of the field of play, he criticized whatever is happening in the geopolitical situation at this point in time. That's his personal opinion. The ICC does not consider that as field of play, and that is why he cannot be sanctioned unless the PCB does something. Now, the PCB will not do anything on this kind of thing, so the matter is laid to rest therein and there. So, India versus Pakistan is the last chance for the BCCI to salvage something out of this mismanagement. That is why they have gone the extra mile to ensure, we have a special ceremony. Today, the stadium is going to be packed. No problem. It will be packed because India-Pakistan, that's the only match that you hyped it up for. There was no hype, there was no buzz for all the other games. Now, that is the reason why can't this be called the India versus Pakistan Cup? Why call it a World Cup? That is the situation at this point in time. So, that is the situation that, I'll take some comments here. Nayana Cecil is saying, really almost impossible task, but happy with Pakistan. Not that I hate India, but no team should fly high in a tournament. It must be competitive. But again, Nayan, let's make it very clear. If India make it 8-0, it had to happen because Pakistan, at this point in time, there are inconsistencies. Remember, they beat Netherlands and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's bowling is not that great. Netherlands, that is the situation. India beat Australia and Afghanistan. So both teams are high on confidence. Whether there is any tension or hostility, we don't know at this point in time. And it's going to be 8-0, right? Maybe. Anand Ingle, I wish I could answer that. Gary, 7-0. Haris Tahir is saying 73-52. Don't forget. Haris Tahir, we never forget. And let me make it clear, if Pakistan win today, it will be good for them because somewhere down the line, a streak has to end, Haris Tahir. But Haris Tahir, let me tell you one thing. It is not a rivalry. Because Pakistan have been so woeful in the past decade that this 73-52 hides the very deep fact that you've not been able to win that many ODIs against us. You just won 2 in the past decade. Is that good enough? No, it isn't at this point. Pakistan is facing what India had to face in the 90s. That's why. Is Shubman Gill playing to Ashcam? Mostly, yes, it will. He is going to play. 99% Rohit Sharma said he is available. Jay, all the best. Congratulations. Let's see if Pakistan win today. So today, from 1 o'clock onwards, we're going to do the build-up of India versus Pakistan. It's a big, big game for many people. But at this point in time, it is really you may say, very favoritism and a very artificial kind of inspired rivalry. Why would you want to have a special ceremony? Freaking Awesome is saying, my favorite rivalries are South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, England, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and England. Don't hope you will do well against New Zealand. New Zealand haven't had a consistently batting lineup like this. I hope so. I mean, see, India, if they do well against New Zealand, then they should win the World Cup also. Wow, when is the opening ceremony in IST? 12:40 p.m. IST. Planet Earth, yeah, exactly. What is the difference in 99% availability and 100% availability? Good question. I mean, why? Why couldn't Rohit say he's 100% fit? Maybe 1% if you get a niggle last moment, just like what Shreyas Iyer did in the Asia Cup. Perhaps that might happen. So, we are really ensuring that it is going to be a blockbuster game. Siraj or Shami should be playing 11. Omkar vlogs. I think Siraj will continue playing. Shardul will be your number 8. Shami and Siraj, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, you have to stick with the team composition. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. And Nitin Panjal, will Babar score today? He's not scored against India that much. I mean, he's had a couple of 40s, but I don't think Babar, if he does well, it'll be good for Pakistan. They need him to score big, and he's not done well in the 2 games that's there. Dashcam hopeful for another match like the MCG, but that's a T20I Dashcam. See, India versus Pakistan ODI, yes, the law of averages should catch up. They should technically have a thriller because your previous 7 have been not thrillers. The closest victory margin has been 29 runs, 2011 World Cup, Mohali. That's how it is. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so that Indigo Live. And today, we'll see whether it is 7-1 or 8-1. Bye-bye.